I know, it's been a crazy stock market the last month or two. We've got some days where the market is down big time, and then other days where it shoots right back up. And I realize that this type of market volatility can be very unsettling and cause a lot of anxiety for many investors. But the thing we must remember is that unless we need the money right now and we're living off the cash flow and we're drawing down on our principal, these types of markets, when the markets are down huge, they represent buying opportunities. Opportunities to find quality dividend stocks at prices much lower than you can normally get them. And maybe you're on board with me. You realize, yes, Joe, I want to buy quality dividend stocks and I want to buy them at low prices, but I'm having trouble finding the right ones or the ones that are on discount right now. Well, look no further. I've got your back here. 5 quality dividend stocks. All of them have a track record of paying dividends consistently over many years, some of them as high as 25, 35, and even 45 consecutive years. So without further delay, let's dive in right now. As I mentioned briefly in my previous video, my wife and I just got back from our trip to visiting the St. Louis, Missouri area. That was part of our trip to vet another part of the country because we anticipate after our 1-year trip across the country in 2024, which is the why for me, why I'm doing this dividend portfolio outside of a retirement account and being very intentional with our cash flow. That was our mini vacation, right back to the grind here, back to full-time work, doing YouTube, and of course, Little League Baseball. So I'm a little bit wiped, but I'm excited to be here with you guys. 5 quality dividend stocks. All of these dividend stocks, for the record, are dividend contenders or dividend champions, meaning they have raised their dividends for at least 10 consecutive years every single year. Most of them, though, have been raising them for much longer than that. We're also going to make sure that all of these dividend stocks have dividend growth rates that are very healthy, at least 4 to 5% every single year on the 1, 3, 5, and 10-year growth rates. We're also going to take a look at the payout ratio based on free cash flow as opposed to net income to make sure that these dividend payouts are safe. We'll take a look at the price history to make sure that over the past 5 years that these are definitely discount prices, but the primary metric I'm going to look at is the current dividend yield, but compared to the average 5-year dividend yield to see what is the dividend yield right now compared to historically over the past 5 years to see just how much of a difference there is there. All right, guys, first dividend stock we're going to talk about here is one that I already own in my own portfolio, and that is Northwest Bancshares Incorporated, NWBI. This is in the financial sector of the economy. It's got a dividend streak of 13 consecutive years of raising that dividend. Current price per share, $12.75. And it's got a 1, 3, 5, and 10-year growth rate of around 5 to 5.5%. Dividend yield, currently 6.27%. And the average 5-year dividend yield is only 5.1%, which is a variance of 1.17%. That tells me that the current yield is much higher than it normally is over the past 5 years. And then the payout ratio based on free cash flow, 75%. Here's a chart of Northwest Bancshares right here. Price back in July of 2018 was $15 and actually $17 here right around September 2017. And we had the big COVID drop here, and now it's trading at around $12.84 per share. This is much lower than the prices right before the pandemic hit. I really like Northwest Bancshares. I specifically hold it in my own portfolio, specifically in the high yield dividend portfolio. And you better believe that as prices continue to dip, I will look to add more shares of this high quality dividend stock. All right, second dividend stock we're going to talk about is the First of Long Island Corporation. FLIC. Now this is in the financial sector of the economy as well. 26 consecutive years of paying and raising their dividend. Current price per share, $18.19. We've got pretty stable 1, 3, 5, and 10-year growth rates at 5.3, 6.2, 7.4, and 6.9. You'll also notice that their dividend yield right now is 4.40%, and the average yield is 3.37%, which is a variance of 1.03%. And again, with FLIC, you've got a really low dividend payout ratio at 44%. So here's a chart of First of Long Island Corporation over the past 5 years. You'll notice that we had a peak right around here in October of 2017, and since then it's been relatively downhill. We've got the COVID drop right down here, and then we are down here to $18.54 a share. I've held First of Long Island Corporation in my portfolio, in the core dividend portfolio, for a long time now. It's one of my core foundational holdings, and you better believe I'm adding more shares as prices continue to dip. All right, third dividend stock we're talking about here is TROW Price Group Incorporated, ticker symbol TROW. This is also in the financial sector of the economy, It's got 36 consecutive years of paying and raising their dividend every single year, and a current price of $131.06 per share. Dividend growth rates are really strong, 20, 15, 15, and 13%, with a current yield of 3.66% compared to an average yield of 2.7%. Here's a chart of TROW price group and their price over the past 5 years. You can see it's been pretty stable here in May through November of 2019. However, it pops up really strong here. Their high was back on August 1st of 2021, and since then it has dropped quite a bit from 223 to approximately 129 and 36 cents. I don't currently hold TROW price group in my portfolio, mainly because I've got a number of other holdings that are at the higher price range, and it's harder for me to get to 100 shares so I can sell covered calls, but it's still a great quality foundational dividend stock that might be a perfect fit for your portfolio. All right, fifth dividend stock we're talking about here is UGI Corporation, ticker symbol UGI. It's in the utility sector of the economy, and the dividend streak is currently 35 consecutive years of raising that dividend, which makes them a dividend champion. Dividend growth rates are strong here on the 1, 3, 5, and 10-year growth rates at 4.6, 9.9, 7.8, and 7.1. You can see here that the yield is only 3.9%, but it's much higher than its historical yield at 3.19%. We also have a really low and healthy payout ratio at only 61%. Here's the price chart for UGI Corporation. You can see that we had a major drop here right around March, April 2020. However, prior to that, it was up here around 53. Now the highs are in the 40s and 41s and much lower. All right, fifth dividend stock we're talking about here is the Clorox Company, CLX. It's in the consumer staples sector of the economy and has been paying dividends every single year for at least 45 consecutive years. So it's a dividend champion, and it's got dividend growth rates very stable at 4.6, 6.1, 7.7, and 6.9%. Current yield 3.14%, which I understand might be a little bit low. However, the average 5-year yield is 2.58%. When the current yield is much higher than the historical 5-year average yield, that tells me that prices are much lower right now, and it's a great quality buy. So here's the price chart over the past 5 years for the Clorox Company. You can see that back here in May of 2017, the price was around $133.24. And since then, it popped up really high here right at about the end of the pandemic. So compared to this price right here in June of 2020, the price we're paying now is much, much lower, $148.34 a share. All right, guys, these are 5 quality dividend stocks that might be a great fit for your portfolio. They're on a discount right now based on their historical yields. You can get them for a much higher yield right now, and they're quality dividend stocks. And that's what we need to be focused on, buying quality dividend stocks. Make sure to leave your 2 cents down in the comments below. I respond to all comments on the day I post a video. And that's all I got for you guys in this video. Have a great rest of your day. And please continue to stay healthy, both physically and financially. Have a good one.